suppose with the Test Championship, this being sort of outside of that, I guess we can't ask for a better schedule leading into the World Cup, the World Test Championship final. But no, England's always a testy proposition at this time of the year, and the bowlers will be relishing it, but the batters are having to tighten up their techniques and really just see what this Duke ball's all about. IPL is probably the one that is the most high profile, and countries move it around where the other ones don't get to see. They don't have the same, power. It is what it is. Players want to play in it, but I hope that international cricket still has relevance and priorities at times. As long as it's things have moved around, that's fine. As long as things aren't starting to get cancelled and whatnot. But it's something that has changed a lot from when I started IPL. Movement and players. We as a team, we weren't able to play in the whole IPL. We had to come over and only allowed to play a couple of weeks. We're now the team here in New Zealand allowed to play the whole time. So I think it's moved for the good. But I hope that the international cricket is still the pinnacle, and I'm sure if you ask most international cricketers around the world that's the case. No, I don't think so. I think it's hard to replace those players. They're obviously quality players, but at the same time, with the amount of county cricket and the amount of first-class cricket these guys play over here, we're under no illusion it's going to be a tough test. The players that are brought in obviously don't have a lot of international experience, but have played a lot of first-class cricket and whatnot. And it's probably the word that we've used a lot, but the depth that English cricket has produced in all formats of the game is phenomenal. And I'm sure going forward for their team, giving these guys opportunities and seeing where they're at with some senior fast bowlers at the other end, senior batters, is a good place to be. Yes and no. I think they've would be lying if you didn't think that there's some sort of thought towards the World Cup final, but I couldn't think of a better preparation than playing 2 Test matches in England. But at the end of the day, it is a neutral venue. Probably in terms of India, IPL finishing early under unfortunate circumstances has probably played into their hands a little bit. If IPL had come, they would have had a smaller preparation, where now that they'll be a lot more conditioned and their bowlers getting their loads up and things like that. So I think playing the 2 Test matches is definitely gives us a slight advantage, but this Indian team's been number 1 in the world for a long period of time and have had a lot of success over here. But I'm sure the battle of the bowlers in this series, the World Cup. But no, it would be nice to win the World Cup and be the inaugural winners. But in saying that, there's a lot of hard work and toil before we even get to that stage. I think it's tough to compare them all, playing to different teams, different countries. All I can say is the way he holds himself, the way he goes about his game, and the success he's had for our team in tough situations, I think. And the way he held himself in the World Cup, the pressures leading into the final and after the final, I thought was fantastic. But no, I think it's pretty good to have a world-class player from a batting point of view in your own team and learn off and hopefully pass on a little bit of knowledge as well. But no, I couldn't speak highly enough of him, and I'm sure once he's out of quarantine, he likes hitting balls, so I don't think he'll be doing this quarantine very good. It's definitely up there. I think we're playing very well at home. We know our conditions very well. The true test of how good this team is how we play overseas, in foreign conditions. But no, it's a very good side at the moment. Obviously, BJ Watling's going to be a big loss once he retires. He's been a rock for us behind the stumps, and just that knowing. You've got that fighter at 6 or 7 to come on and hopefully break the backs of some teams. So it would be nice to send him off on a winning note in a few weeks' time. But no, it's like any team. you have different changes. Our team is going to change over the few years. With BJ, myself, and a few of these fast bowlers probably having to tie-ho and bring things back a bit in their cricket. But, it's an exciting time for New Zealand cricket and a few of these youngsters to come through and show what they've got. I don't think it's our place to comment on that. It's for other people to put in front of us. All we do is try and play the best cricket we can as possible. But, once we did, we were number one team in the world. We came together as a team and we all sort of said a few words. And all I said was at the start of my career, probably that tour of England, I never dreamt that I would ever play in the New Zealand team that would have been that good and got to number one in the world. But, there's been a lot of hard work. We weren't there for long, but it was nice to be there. But, I think it's nice for international cricket to have a bit of context and that final will be something. But, hopefully in the years to come, this team can achieve a lot more things.